What is going on, guys? Anger Collection C in the house for another video. All right, so I know I promised live streams are coming back. It's pretty much my body clock, and especially the baby. We're still trying to get back and tracking that. It's really hard, but yeah, we're trying, but hopefully next week. But anyway, in today's video, yeah, the God honest truth, the reality of owning a TCG store. And I want to make this video because there's a spike between a lot of people in the hobby trying to start their own side hustle, asking if it's a stable business, wondering if anyone can do it, if it's possible. There's been a spike because we're in a bull market right now, and there's a lot of excitement with the whole side hustling, selling cards, flipping cards, investing on sealed boxes, So I want to make this video to kind of like, share my experience with the whole reselling Magic the Gathering in my case, right? Because I want everyone to realize like the hardships, what happened to me, like what you should do, like strategies, what to think of. So I don't know if this is going to be like a long video. This should probably be like a Q&A or something. I don't know. But I want to make this video so that I can share with you guys my experience. So the reality, of owning a card business, TCG business, Magic business, I guess. So to start with, I know some of you guys already learned this, all my old subscribers, old listeners, viewers. I know there's a lot of you guys that are new, and I appreciate you guys, hanging out and leaving the comments, liking the videos, watching the videos. So welcome to the channel. So, in the beginning, definitely, and like I said, this is completely, transparent, what happened to me, and from the very beginning, the genesis, Anger Collections, the genesis. So, so in the beginning, I never really considered like quitting job and just going full-time TCG or selling cards. But even before, I was already doing a lot of selling, a lot of local sales, Facebook, a lot of Facebook. I really gained a lot. I learned a lot from Facebook, selling Facebook, packing, shipping, all that stuff. So even before Tcgplayer, that was my that was it, man. It was all just Facebook. And even before YouTube, yeah, I mean, it's all Facebook Live. I was opening boxes. So I learned a lot. I gained a lot of experience from that. And then there's come to a point where time is definitely needed for myself, family, all that stuff. And I think it was just like, I don't know, for some reason, it was that point, 2021 was it for me. I'm not saying that it was the right time. It was just, what? I think if I'm going to do it, I think I have to do it as soon as possible. There's no perfect time. There's no right time, wrong time. It's just, you just have to jump in, man. So 2021 was it for me. And I want to say that I was really fortunate with when I jump in full-time Tcgplayer. Obviously, it's going to be scary in the beginning because I think the biggest difference would be there's no paycheck, there's no vacations, there's no 401k, there's no, it's on you, full accountability on yourself. You're responsible for everything. So it was very scary in the beginning. And I was fortunate enough to have to have inventory. I didn't have, you know, Patreon, Rudy, selling sealed box, or like having that option to have inventory. I didn't have that. I didn't, consider distributor. I didn't have that. It all came from my collection, hence Anger Collections. I was very, very fortunate enough to start with the collection I have, and my collection was massive, man. It was massive. I was crazy, as far as like a collector. Um, I had a lot, man. Like I want to say like 100K. I started with 100K to play with, and that's full inventory, not even cash, nothing. It's just collection. So I was very fortunate enough to play around my collection, and that pretty much jumpstart everything. You know, Between buying more product, buying collections, it was all from there. And as far as strategies and all that stuff, it's really gonna come down to time. All of the things that you will learn, you will make mistakes. It will come with time. Like I can't say there's a specific you have to do this. There's no specific this is the way. It's gonna be on you, man. Let time like goes by, and with every order, with every mistakes, with every win, you can learn from it, and everyone's going to be different. So like I said, I can't say that this is the only way, this is the way, this route, opening sealed boxes, opening, commander decks, there's no specific way. There's no, it's going to be on you. Now, certain things definitely will help, but you know, for some people that might not work. So yeah, just let time. As far as strategy goes, right? And then like the whole packing, the whole shipping, the time. It's like I said, it's gonna be on you, man. Everyone's different. Everyone might like this way, but like you might have like a certain way that works well for you. So you gotta think about that. And this this video is probably like going like in different direction, but I want to make sure that it's still, because I have like a list over here to go by with, right? um but yeah, so that's the reality of running the TCG business, right? um and as far as um is it worth it? Well, I can say being as a full-time TCG player seller for 3 years now, worth it? Yes, definitely worth it. And I can say that for I can say that for sure, because it's not because you know oh yeah, like 3 years now, like I'm not, I don't have I'm my own boss, things like that. It's more about what I gained. It's because time is definitely money, man. And family time was the biggest part of it, and also time for yourself, honestly. I did not, I didn't realize that, you know when you're working for someone, right? You don't really think about your like personal growth, right? Even though like if you work for someone, you want to grow and just work the ladder, right? There's some personal growth, but as far as like yourself, um there's I learned that there's more personal growth on yourself with just doing this. Like, I can't say that you can't do it while working for someone, but you learn a lot. Like, you learn a lot of yourself, like, doing this. It's crazy to think that way, but man, it's family time, definitely. But man, personal growth, man, the time for yourself is really important, and that's what I learned a lot, man. So that's another, yeah, reality of when you're running your own TCG player store, man. And I'm not saying that you have to go full time. I mean, side hustling this is also, I think a lot of people should learn, especially if you're in the hobby of Pokemon, Magic, or any other TCGs, man. I think it's important for a lot of people to learn how to learn this side in your hobby, selling part, because these cards have value, and even though you're not a reseller, you're just like a collector or you're a player, I think it's important for you to learn the selling side of the hobby. Um, let's see what else. I apologize if this video is kind of like, hold on, you were just talking about this one and now you're talking. It's kind of like everywhere, but I just want to, like, it's more like bullet points, right? So we talked about strategies, the time, and my favorite part also with uh, with this is definitely this part, YouTube. Uh, and it's crazy to think that, I mean, I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not like the best, like, I know everything. It really helped a lot though, the YouTube side of the business. And I think it's important for you to have a social media, whether it's just like a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right? But YouTube, making videos, kind of like showing everything, like you're for real. But my main goal for the YouTube is basically to advertise the business. Honestly, it's kind of like the same way how I did my Facebook, because I was going live on Facebook and showing that people that, hey, I'm opening product. I have the product. If you want to buy it, there you go. Message me. So that's basically what happened. So the YouTube side, I think that's basically the same, and kind of like talk random shit in YouTube, like the news, articles. I don't know, like Reddit posts and other people's video. Just kind of like fun, and it's kind of like my way of relaxation, like kind of like a small break on the business, right? So that's kind of like my goal on YouTube. So yeah, YouTube is definitely great, man. I think everyone should do it. Everyone should have YouTube channels, man. Whether you're just uploading, like, I don't know, a couple of videos, daily videos, I don't know. I think it's important for your business as well. So let's see. Mm, did I say it's stable, right? It's a stable business, but it definitely requires a lot of time and effort. Like I said, if you get lazy, if you do not put time in this, it's kind of like a no-brainer that nothing's gonna happen, man. Um, Definitely a stable business, but you gotta realize that if you're working for someone, obviously you have the 401k, you have the benefits, and now you don't have that. So you really gotta consider, if you're the only one that can do work, especially if you have family, I don't think it's good for you to do this full. I mean, you I guess you can do this like a full-time business and have another job, but yeah, that's gonna definitely require a lot of energy for you, man. So like I said, if there's two of you, like in my case, and my wife works, and we have the benefits on that side. So she has that. She takes care of the healthcare, the dental, all that stuff. So very fortunate. So like I said, you really have to consider before jumping in full-time TCG player, eBay, or any business on your own, right? So you got to realize that healthcare, the benefits, and that's really that. So we talked about some strategies. Like I said, the strategies, like it let time goes by with your experience, right? Let make mistakes, big wins, big losses. Just learn from those, because everyone's going to be different. You could be just buying collections. You could be opening a shit ton of collector boxes, opening it. You could be opening draft boxes, set boosters. I can't say that's a good or a bad. It's really up to you. If it works for you, and hey, like it's good for you. But if on others, that might not work because of it may be like the way they work, the way their business goes, the way they run their TCG player. It could be any way, man. But in some cases, certain strategies, it's kind of like an auto like include, because it's like, let's just say, perfect example, I know you heard this from a lot of content creators too, is the breaking down commander decks. It's a lot of work. The thing is with commander decks, like I said, it's a lot of work. It doesn't take a whole lot of money, especially if you pre-order, and it's easy for you to list these cards, because I mean, if you buy 4 of each deck, I mean, you already have like 4 of each card. I mean, not counting like Soul Ring or Arcane Signets, because if you buy like multiple decks, you'll have multiple of those. But as far as like the other cards, you'll have a playset of everything. So it's good for your inventory. It's good for having new cards in your inventory. It helps sell some of your old cards. So it's, I can't say it's good or bad, do it or not do it, but it definitely helps as far as inventory. So I think that's what I can say for sure is a good strategy, right? But I would say, especially nowadays, that sealed product is getting expensive. I think buying collections is, I think it is your best bet, man. It's your best bet. Buying collections, a lot of collections, man, and then really on the lookout on like deals, whether it's like Walmart, Target, Costco deals, things like that. Reddit posts, Facebook posts. So you really, and that takes time. That takes time, right? So you really have to be on the lookout, and that's work too. I mean, you're not listing, you're not packing, you're not sorting, but like research, man, that's definitely work too, man. Watching videos, listening to videos, podcasts, that's, for me, I consider that work, because you're learning, you're learning the hobby, so you know what, I don't even know if I make sense right now, but this is the reality of everything, running your own TCG player. You probably know this already, but I just want to share my experience, my reality of owning my business, full-time business, Tcgplayer Anger Collections. If you guys need any singles, check it out. But yeah, so I think I covered everything, between strategies, sealed singles, bulk collections. Is it worth it? Is it stable? I can say that for now, because there's like I said, some questions on Reddit, like, is it a stable business? I mean, it's a stable business as long as you put time and effort, especially, I mean, if you're just like side hustling, I mean, for sure it is going to be a stable. You list cards, people will buy. It's just like I said, you have to learn how to deal with other people. So definitely worth it, definitely stable. And what else? Like I said, I was fortunate enough with starting this, because I had 100k worth of inventory, so I didn't have to buy a lot of collection to start with. And as far as like healthcare benefits, all that stuff, I have a wife that covers that, so you got to consider that. And time is definitely your friend. Well, your friend, enemy, I don't know, but it's all comes down to time, man. Like, you gain a lot of time with owning your business. Time. Well, you gain a lot of, because running this business takes up a lot of time, right? And 24 hours, it's not enough. But what the time that I was talking about is, since you're not working for someone, you control your time. So you have all the time to have family time, weekends. You can assign any day as family time, and also, like I said, personal growth, man. Time for yourself is very important, and you will not realize how important is that if you're working for someone. I mean, I can say for sure, but I learned that when I quit. That's what I noticed, was like, I kept growing in the job itself, growing up, the ladder, climbing the ladder, but you know it felt like I'm just growing for the business. I'm not growing for myself. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things you'll realize when running your own store, man. But other than that, I don't know. Like I said, this is like a 23 minutes video now. I don't even know if you guys are still like listening, or even like if I make sense. But I'm probably just like rambling right now. But that's the God honest truth of the reality of owning your TCG business. And if you guys have any questions, like right now, I'm doing like taxes, I'm doing like all the you know paperworks, the back end, right? Everyone hates it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, just hit me up, put in comments, join the Discord, and yeah, message me there. I'm always there. And but yeah, so that's gonna be it. Like I said, I promise live streams will come back very soon, hopefully next week, because my body clock is still like out of whack. So hopefully it gets better. But yeah, so that's gonna be it. I hope this video makes sense, right? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss any video. And with that, anger out, boys. Peace.